very easy to... Don't come near me, okay? Jihad is showing up in our streets, in Westminster, in London. Please listen. Please listen and then respond. At London Bridge, outside of our parliament, in all sorts of different places in our nation, going around, behaving as if they are victims and wanting to launch an attack and claiming we are not attacking until you guys say something about Muhammad. Muhammad and his entourage are the troublemakers because they show up in a place that did not belong to them and they are holding their weapons ready to fight, and they have this noble principle, don't fight until they fight, while they are at the home of someone else. You ask me, say so, I'll give you answers.
Hey, listen. You don't need to disrespect.
Yeah.
Hey, don't disrespect him.
I told you, this is a sensible man. You see, you're a Muslim, sir,
Yeah.
but he's a sensible man. And you're a very rare category at Speaker's Corner particularly. It's lovely to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Lovely to see you. I'm asking a basic question. Oh, look at all of these fellows. All of these Muslims. Of course, not everyone is a Muslim. Those are my friends, Christians. But the rest are Muslims. All of them, you know. About 30, 40 of them. I ask a basic question. They have got no answer. But when having no answer, instead of staying quiet and listening, they're shouting out the swear word like you heard and screaming into my ear. There are serious problems in this world, especially in the UK. I'm asking a particular question. Christianity, the very core, I'm a Christian. The very core of Christianity. So if you don't come too close, if you don't come too close.
I don't even want to be on camera. There's
Sure.
like 10 cameras pointed at
No,
me.
these fellows are the troublemakers. Now, look at it.
Yeah,
The very core,
yeah.
the very core, don't bring your camera in front of me, please. The very core of Now, if you please keep the cameras away. Please keep the cameras away. Please keep the cameras away. Coming too close. My dear friend, please, you come. These guys are troublemakers. You're making a fellow Muslim go away because of your unruly behavior. Terrible.
I heard all of you what you said, right? I just overheard that you said that the Quran says the Shias are non-Muslims.
No.
Is that what you said?
No. I am saying,
Because the Quran doesn't specify Shia or Sunni, by the way.
sure. What I am saying is this. The indispensable core of Christianity is love. The indispensable...
All religions, by the way.
No. The indispensable core of Islam is jihad. The indispensable core of Islam is jihad. That's what I'm discussing right
Okay,
now.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm no Muslim scholar. I don't want to get into any arguments with you.
But could I show you? Could I show you?
No, I don't want
Could I show you?
I'm not comfortable. There's like...
What did Jesus is coming to bring love?
But could I show you?
Jesus said he's coming to bring
Could
love.
I show you?
Why are you Jesus coming with the sword?
Could I?
Why
I'll
is
show
Jesus
you from the
coming back to
Quran.
kill everybody?
I'll show you from the Quran that the indispensable core of Islam is jihad, fighting against the disbelievers. I'll show you from the Quran.
Don't make too much girgir.
Can I read this for you?
Show me.
Surah, I'm speaking to him. If you please stay away. Thank you.
Shut your mouth.
Surah 3.
Okay.
Not
I read. Your
If you
hand.
please, thank you. Surah 3, Surah Al-Imran.
Where is Mansoor? Mansoor is coming. Mansoor.
Okay, listen to me carefully. If all if all cameras go away, take it to your masjid. Take it to your masjid. Don't take it to your masjid. Now, would you like to come in? Would you like to? So, Surah 3, Surah Al-Imran. Yeah, sure. Surah Al-Imran, my dear friend. All right. So clearly the one sensible Muslim,
So don't let me.
you have been semi-sensible. You have been semi-sensible. Semi-sensible. Semi-sensible.
When you not trust the prophet, I will take you.
Violent. This one violent. Okay, sir. Let's move on. If you are angry, don't shake too much. Okay, we will go all the way away from the London Zoo and go here. All London Zoo, please stay there. London Zoo, please.
How much is the church paying? Full-time job. Unfortunately for you, I have a full-time job. I'm not on benefits. I'm not on benefits.
It's very easy to. Don't come near me, okay? Don't come too close. Don't come. Shoo. Go away. Shoo.
If you slapped him, he will give you the other cheek. Don't do that. So leave him. He does bullying. If you slapped him, he will give you the other cheek.
When I slap him.
No, if you
He will give me the other cheek.
Yeah, he will do that.
I am a Christian. I go with what is called love. Now let's deal with. Okay. My dear friends, now I want to. The ladies are there. Please help me understand, my dear friends. All the men are seriously mentally ill. Most of them mentally ill.
I want to ask you.
Yeah, please. But I'd like for us to engage on the previous topic. Sure.
I just want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you know what's the meaning of jihad?
Well, the meaning.
Yeah, simple
The meaning
question.
of the
Do you know
word-
what's the meaning of jihad, by the way?
Do you want the meaning of the literal word or the meaning in Islam?
No.
In reality.
In reality and Islam, it's both the same things. It's
They're
the
not
way
both
you're
the
trying
same.
to interpret it.
They're
right?
not both the same.
Okay, you tell me what's the literal meaning of jihad?
The literal meaning
Go ahead.
is the English word called strive.
Right?
Strive, i.e. persevere, do,
Right.
press on.
Okay.
That's the literal word. Now, which may or may not have a. You can strive about anything, yeah? You can strive about being a mafia gang member. You can equally strive on doing something good.
Right.
So, the literal meaning of the word doesn't necessarily immediately have a negative connotation.
Right.
That's entirely true. But, the word jihad in the Quran has a very particular emphasis.
Okay.
The word jihad, the root word jihad, and its associated words such as mujrihun and so on.
Such as?
Al-mujrihun. Sure. Just one second.
He's not even a good policy.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry. Al-Mujahideen. Mujahideen.
You are famous? They take picture.
Yes, very famous.
Only Gandu, not
Sure,
famous.
famous,
Only
yeah.
Gandu.
Stay quiet. Are you?
Small Gandu.
Is your last name Hippopotamus?
You small Gandu.
What's your last name? Hippopotamus? Now to
What's
you.
your last name? Chicken biryani? What's your last
All right. So to you. The word jihad and its derivatives occur about 30 times in the Quran in relation to Muslims. About 30 times in relation to Muslims. Study all of them in context, and I have studied and I have produced an appendix in my book. And the conclusion.
Your book.
I've written a book.
كتابه هو مسوي.
I have written a book.
سوى الكتاب.
I have
ترى
written a book.
المعلومية كم مسلم.
I have written a book. You can see all the appendices here. And one of the appendices is
Okay. Hold on.
is
I'm just gonna pause you here.
no, one second. Let me conclude and then you can comment. Studying all the occurrences of the word jihad, which I have done and I have
Have you
produced
studied the Quran, by the way?
absolutely multiple
What
times.
does Quran say about the Shia and Sunnis?
But let me finish this.
No.
Let me finish.
You answer.
Let me finish this.
You've studied the Quran, right?
I did not speak about Shia Sunni. Misheard me. But now I want to finish this point.
Okay.
The reality of the word jihad, according to the Quran,
What?
is physical violence. Against non-Muslims to subjugate them and destroy them for the sake of Islam dominating in this world. With me so far?
That's what I told him.
You're most welcome to join the discussion. Please come here. So with me so far?
What's the Arabic meaning of jihad?
So meaning, the literal meaning of the word is strive. Literal meaning strive. It does not have strive or struggle, which does not necessarily have any negative or positive connotation. Whether it is negative or positive or neutral or used in all sorts of different ways, only the book would decide. In the Quran, there are about 30 occurrences of the root word jihad and associated words such as mujahideen. 30 occurrences. Across all occurrences in relation to Muslims, the definition is clear virtually, and the definition is it is to strive to physically engage in a conflict with the non-Muslims violently to subjugate them and bring them under the domination of Islam. This is what the word and the root words mean in the Quran.
Okay,
and I've given you a report here.
Are you done?
I'll finish this one.
so-
Do you disagree with this?
Yes,
Of course,
completely disagree.
Please help me.
because the words, of course, jihad has been mentioned in the Quran, but has been mentioned because of the conflict between non-Muslims who who were enemies, who first attacked. So if you look into all of the most of the battles, they weren't against civilians, they were against the soldiers. The reason for that, because if they were also to make them subject to Islam, make them submit to Islam, then after the conquest, for example, of Mecca, most, if not all of them, have been submitted even after, without any killings. So most of the battles, they have been between the soldiers of non-Muslims and the soldiers of Muslims. It has nothing to do with the civilians. Now, of course, any battles, there has to be some kind of warfare. I mean, they will have to fight between swords. Now, you're Christian, right?
I am a Christian.
Do you believe in the Old Testament?
I will, but I'd like to stay here 1 second. You
yeah,
made
sure.
two specific
You
Made
points.
2 points.
Yeah, so-
you
No,
need to
you
listen
made-
to him and me as well.
Yeah.
No. I want to.
Sure, but
I
I
want
just
to
want
dwell.
to, I want to relate, that's it.
Sure. But no. I want to now comment on the points you've made so far.
Yeah, sure.
The soldiers part, I will leave. The soldier, you said it's only the soldiers. I'll come to that later. The Quran disagrees with you. But
No,
I'll
show me where is it in the Quran? It's only between the soldiers of the Muslims and the
But
soldiers
let
of
me,
non-Muslims, that's it.
let me focus on the first part first. But let me focus on the first. If you please keep the camera on. If you please keep the camera on. If you please keep the camera on. Now, if I focus on the first part, you are saying it is because the Muslims were attacked in the battles that you have in mind.
Or even the conquest.
Conquest, whatever. I'll like to challenge you and say, in the Quran, there are plenty of raw data about these battles between the Muslims and the non-Muslims. Plenty of information. Do you know of one piece of information somewhere that ultimately helps you understand that the non-Muslims were the initial aggressors?
Were the non-Muslims were the initial aggressors? Yes. And Abu Sufyan, one of the leaders of Mecca.
I'm asking you for details from the Quran.
Yeah, the Quran. It doesn't have to mention. So you want specifically saying that.
I'll repeat what I said.
Yeah.
The Quran has plenty of details about these battles, about these issues. It gives information as to who did what, how, and whatever else. So, do you have any information from the Quran to tell us that the non-Muslims were the initial aggressors that you can use from the Quran?
Yeah, so we can't have the same similar as the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament. So Prophet Muhammad, when he was enduring something like the Ahd al-Makki, so God was telling him when the aggressors, first of all, the aggressors were the infidels, the non-Muslims, they were attacking him. So one of the verses that's telling him, or he was describing the Muslims, saying, when the ignorant passing by them, they will reply and say, peace be upon you. So whenever a non-Muslim attack them and stopping them from the dawah, God commanded Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions to not do anything, just say peace be upon you.
You're not answering the question I've asked.
That's the
question I've asked is very simple. What information from the Quran that you can cite, please listen carefully.
Yeah.
So you need to show me some references once. Some reference from the Quran to show that the Muslims were the initial aggressors. Rejecting Islam is not aggression, physical aggression.
No, wait.
What tells you from the Quran that the Muslims were initial aggressors?
Do you know the story
You,
of
you need to know. We need to know something how the Quran was formulated. First of all, how God revealed it. It doesn't have to be some kind of specific formulas. It is within events and stories. So, for example, as I mentioned you, in the first of all, when God commanded Prophet Muhammad, He told them, "We have sent you a merciful for everybody." So that's the first thing. Well, there is no something like specific like saying like this X, Y, Z. No, it has to be within a context. So of course, I will show you one example. First of all, when God commanded him, if they attacked him, don't do anything. That's one thing. That's proof
No,
to
no,
you.
no, no, no.
That's
Whoa,
proof to
whoa,
you
whoa.
that the aggressors were the infidels.
No. Which way? Whoa, whoa.
Okay, listen. You
No,
asked
listen.
me.
No.
wait,
One
wait,
second.
I get what
No,
you're
one
saying. I
second.
get what you're saying.
No, I want to get to the specifics right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Which surah, which ayat tells you that the non-Muslims were the initial
Okay,
aggressors?
I'm here to answer you.
No, one second.
No,
So,
no,
between-
it's okay.
yeah, somehow
it's okay.
between-
Let him
I'll
be
show
said.
the
somehow
Quran, I'll show
I've got it in my mind.
Sure. Say he has. Between
Yeah,
you,
no, I've
he
got
has.
you,
Yeah.
I've got
What
it,
is
you.
that?
You're Christian, right? You're a
I am a
Christian?
Christian.
Right. Do you know the story of when the sea was separated? Right?
Which
Who passed between the sea? Do you know who passed
This
between
has
the sea?
nothing to do with the question I've
No,
asked.
it is.
I'm talking about Islam in the
Yeah,
7th
yes,
century.
yes, yeah.
You're talking about Moses,
Yeah.
who comes from 1500 BC.
Because we believe
Yeah.
he was also.
So
need
who
to
was
be
the
careful.
aggressor?
No.
Who was the aggressor? That
Do you understand? I'm talking about Islam and the Quran, which is from the 7th
Yeah.
century
Yeah.
AD.
Yes,
You're going to Moses in 1500 BC.
Listen,
that
it's not-
doesn't
it's not-
wash.
it's
I'm
not-
asking once.
Yeah.
He's trying to find. When at the time of Muhammad, your suggestion is jihad is okay because the non-Muslims attacked first. I'd like to find out from you.
Or for protection.
Yeah,
as
I'd
well.
like to find out from you where you get this information from.
Bro, jihad is basically stopping you from doing wrong things. That's jihad, right? If I want to, if I'm stopping
Jihad
myself, no, it is.
in the Quran
It
is physical
Okay.
aggression
So,
against
this is what you
against
prepared
the
last
non-Muslims,
night. This is what you
against the
prepared last
non-Muslims.
night, right?
No. I have written a book on
Yeah.
this.
So there. So you want to say in Arabic or English or whatever?
Yeah, reference. If you give me the
Yeah,
reference,
yeah.
I'll get the English here.
So
There's two types of jihad.
No. Once.
Now, according to him, it's just one, bro. It's just one.
The real one and the fake one that you speak about.
So, fight in the way of Allah.
Yeah.
Those who fight against you.
Which one are you reading?
Al-Baqarah.
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Yeah. Fight in the way of Allah. Those who fight against you, but do not transgress. Indeed, Allah does not like transgressors. So you see, God's telling them, fight those who attack you, but do not start first the attack. That's
Where-
what I'm saying.
where is
in
this?
Al-Baqarah, verse 190.
No, not the verse. Where geographical location? Do you know where this is?
What do you mean
What do you
geography?
mean? In Arabia. In Arabia.
Yeah, but where? About what property? What is this fight against? Do you
Bro,
know?
you just asked the reference, right? Now you're asking me.
Sure.
No,
where
wait,
and
I
right.
get what you want.
No,
So,
I'm talking about. Do you know? I'm
did I-
asking.
So, wait, let's,
If you don't know, I can tell you.
no.
If you don't know, I can tell you. This is about the custodians of Masjid Al-Haram. With me so far?
No.
Wait.
The fight here is in reference to custodians of Masjid Al-Haram.
No.
You have asked for a verse that God commands people, Muslims, do not attack those people until they have attacked you. That's the context. I told you. The Quran is not like the Bible. The Quran is about an event and story, a verses that God revealed within a context. That's one of the contexts. So it is.
The
this
context
verse,
I asked, you're not answering.
I have
I'll give you a
answered you.
simple
No, no,
example.
wait,
No.
I have
I'll give you a
You're
simple
moving out
example.
of context,
I'll give you a simple example. If 10 of us Christians show up, if let's say you live in the UK,
Yeah.
and at your home,
Yeah.
when you wake up, we knock on the door, you open the door, 20 of us Christians are standing there, armed, and we have been told, don't fight until, what's your name? Atin?
Hatim.
Hatim.
Yeah.
Until Hatim fights, don't attack.
Yeah.
But we have shown up with arms at the door of your house. Are we the initial aggressors? Are you the initial aggressor?
the verse. Of
No, this is no. Please answer me, and then I'll go to the context there. And that is why I asked you where. Where is that?
Yeah, okay.
And this is where it is very important. But you understand the point? At your home, when if at the door, one second.
I get your
If
point,
at
I get
if
your
you get your
point.
point, then Surah 2, the fight, that verse.
The initial-
Do you know
Yeah.
where that is geographically?
Yes.
Where is
but
it?
no, wait. Your question, by the way, you say whether the initial aggressors or you're the initial aggressor. I am the initial aggressor. If I attacked you before, then I hide in my house.
Yeah. So just
So,
looking
no,
at that
wait.
verse doesn't mean
No,
much.
wait.
So that's what
So
I'm asking.
that's one context. I have attacked you before, then I hide in my house. Then you have come to me. So yes,
So
that's,
it all depends. So merely showing that doesn't wash,
So-
and that is why I need more details. Do you know
do you want
where
another
this
verse?
is?
So do you
No,
want
I know
another
the verse. I know the chapter, Surah Al-Baqarah. Do you
You've
know
read the Quran.
where that is geographically? Do you
You've
know?
read the Quran, right?
One second.
That's why you've
one
written
line
your
of
book.
thought. One line
No,
of
no.
thought.
You've
One
read the
line
whole
of thought.
Quran. That's why you've written
One
your
line
book.
of thought. I want him to pursue this. Do you know where this is geographically? What does Surah Al-Baqarah? What place does Surah Al-Baqarah talk about?
Bro, it doesn't matter which place.
It matters.
No, it does
Details
not
matter.
No, no, no.
Details matter.
No, it does not matter.
It does
Listen.
matter. Please.
You've read the whole Quran.
One second,
No.
please.
You've read
One
the whole
line of
Quran.
thought.
You've written your book.
One
according
line
to
of
your
thought.
will,
Don't
right?
be offended
No, I'm
with
not offended.
information
I'm not offended.
and knowledge.
I'm not offended.
Do you know where this is?
I'll give you another verse as well.
No. Just stay
No,
here.
no,
No,
wait, wait,
stay
wait,
here.
wait,
Do you know where this is?
Yes, in Mecca.
Where is it?
Yeah.
In Mecca,
Yeah.
at Masjid Al-Haram. Do you know who owned Masjid Al-Haram?
The infidels.
So the non-Muslims owned Masjid Al-Haram. Why is the non-Muslims owned the Masjid Al-Haram? The Muslims delinquently
That
armed.
verse-
One second.
that's ver-
No.
I get you.
You need to listen. Armed, ready to fight.
Yeah.
They are there at the property of non-Muslims. So who are the initial aggressor? The initial aggressors were the
The
Muslims.
initial aggressors were the infidels.
So show me
then-
where you get that
There is
idea
another
from.
verse. You see, I'm giving you evidence.
No, you're now you're
No,
giving.
no.
Earlier, I tried to give gaslightingly something else.
No,
or
I'm
maybe
not
you weren't
gaslighting.
aware. You weren't aware. You didn't think through properly. Now we are stepping
Yeah,
forward.
No,
That's
I
good.
think more probably than
Sure,
you
sure.
do.
Now
so
tell me.
now there is another verse also. It says.
So far, you haven't given one to
I have
defend.
given you two verses.
No,
This
listen
is-
carefully.
I can give you 4 to 5.
Listen. Surah 2, Ayat 190 to 220 or so
Yeah.
is Muslims standing at Masjid Al-Haram, which was owned by non-Muslims, armed. One second. In that place, to say, don't fight until they fight, is ridiculousness because you are the only ones who are standing there armed. And so, that is not evidence for you
It is an
to
evidence.
say
It is an evidence.
that non-Muslims were aggressors.
It is an evidence.
If you need to provide non-Muslims
Yeah.
to be, if you need to demonstrate non-Muslims to be aggressors,
Yeah.
you need to start now.
Yeah.
Give me some information
I
from
give
somewhere
you,
else.
Now I have zillions.
Somewhere else.
So now, talking about your verse, the same God who commanded them, He is also the same God that have provided multiple verses. This is one of it. This is show you the war or the ethics of war.
Non-Muslims
No,
being initial aggressors.
This is another
Give
verse.
me information.
Would you not fight against people who broke their oaths? That's the infidel.
Surah,
And the Tawbah
Surah Tawbah,
Yes.
Ayat 3, 4, yeah?
13. And
13.
determined to expel the messenger. And they had began the attack upon you the first time. So this
Where
is,
are they again?
look,
Where are they?
13.
Yeah,
Verse
Surah Tawbah. No, I'm asking geographically, where are they again? Where are they?
Look,
Where are they?
planet
Do you know what your reasoning sounds like?
Yeah.
Your reasoning sounds like the jihadists to show up in our streets
Yeah.
and say, how dare these non-Muslims aren't.
No,
Listen,
no, it's not. You,
Listen
you
carefully.
don't want to. You don't want
At
to
the least, let
understand.
me.
No, wait, wait.
Wow.
I
At the
showed
least,
you-
no.
I showed
One
you
second.
multiple verses.
One second. At the least, hear me out entirely and then respond. Because I give you multiple opportunities to respond. So don't cut me short. What I'm saying is, jihadists showing up in our streets, in Westminster, in London. Please listen. Please listen and then respond. At London Bridge, outside of our parliament, in all sorts of different places in our nation, going around behaving as if they are victims and wanting to launch an attack and claiming we are not attacking until you guys say something about Muhammad is not a sensible response. And this is where, now if you get my point, note carefully, you haven't, I did not repeat anything. The question I asked right at the start is very simple. You said to justify jihad, you said jihad is fighting against those who started the fight. I am asking for evidence for the non-Muslims being initial aggressors according to the Quran. I can give you counter evidence to you right now. Would you like me to give?
Well, first of all, there is a lot of points that you have made a lot of mistakes.
This is the only point I've made.
No, wait. The first thing, there's a difference between your understanding and the verse itself. I don't care about how you can understand this verse. That's first thing. Second thing, I told you, Prophet Muhammad was in Mecca. He was prevented from doing any sort of jihad. When he was commanded to do jihad, after he has been expelled, tortured, and a lot of things, his people were killed. His people were commanded also to migrate even to Kingdom of Axiom.
You're now going to some fancy story.
No,
I am interested in Quranic details.
I've given you two verses.
You're-
I can give you
I
three
will
verses.
summarize
No.
what you've given so
No,
far,
wait.
and then I'll give you counter evidence. I will summarize what you've said so far, and I'll give you counter evidence. Muhammad and his entourage at Masjid al-Haram, which did not belong to the Muslims.
realize that
But please
Masjid al-Haram
listen.
became
But
later.
please
Not
listen.
that first.
But please listen. Surah 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayat 190 you pointed out to, is in relation to Masjid al-Haram. Surah 9, Surah At-Tawbah also relates to Masjid al-Haram. So the two examples you've given so far to claim that the non-Muslims were the initial aggressors, in both situations, when you get to know the details, we clearly understand that Muhammad and his entourage are the troublemakers because they show up in a place that did not belong to them and they are holding their weapons ready to fight, and they have this noble principle, don't fight until they fight, while they are at the home of someone else.
That's why I'm telling him,
and
let's step back to the story.
step back.
But you don't
I
want
will
to.
tell you what
No,
the.
you don't-
Can I tell you?
No,
Can I
don't
tell
want
you?
to.
You
I
did
told
not
you,
step back so far.
He's been a lot of times in Mecca. He's been tortured.
Where do you get this information?
What do you mean by I get this information? It's in the Quran itself.
I am looking for information from the Quran, not from your mouth. Where?
I give you
Where
one
in
verse.
the Quran?
I give you one verse.
Could I give you information from the Quran?
No, don't tell me about my religion because I know more than you do.
Clearly you don't,
Yes,
and you have
I-
struggled so
but-
far.
no, I didn't
I will ask for one last time. The simple question. You said jihad is a response to the non-Muslims starting a war
Historically.
against the Muslims.
Historically.
I am asking for information from the Quran,
I'm also asking
which you use to conclude that the non-Muslims began the war. So far, you tried giving two ayats. Both of them reveal that the Muslims, Muhammad and his entourage, were troublemakers waiting at the property that did not belong to them.
People who broke their oath and determined
While
to
waiting,
expel the messenger.
While waiting, if
they
you go,
had
wait.
What
do you think about
their
I'll ask her. No.
time.
Whoa.
What do you think about
If Muhammad showed up, one second.
This is
One
the
second.
What do you think
One
about
second.
now? What do
But
you think
don't want
about
to
now?
understand.
One
You
second.
don't want to
No, what do you
understand.
I understand
No,
more
you
than
don't
you.
understand. What do you think
If you show up
No, if you
in
don't
front
show
of
up,
someone
bro.
else's
You
property,
don't show up, bro.
what is expected to happen to you? If you show up in front of someone else's property, what is expected to happen to you?
This verse is not
You will be expelled. And that is what Muhammad was subjected to, expelled.
Okay, shouting doesn't make your point.
Excuse me, sir.
What do you think about now? What do you think about the current
Not
situation?
interested. I am
No,
dealing with
I'm
it.
also not interested.
So if you
Listen,
stay quiet, if you're
listen.
not interested, stay quiet.
Earlier
Now
you
I'll tell you what the
no,
Muslims did.
No, listen,
I will,
listen.
in other words, to summarize briefly,
Earlier this
because
guy
the people are not
earlier this
listening.
guy mentioned
Now you're touching
that the
me.
Quran says that Shias are non-Muslims. This is what the guy said earlier.
I did not. He's a
right?
bit confused.
This is
I
what he
didn't
said.
speak.
This is what
You're
he said.
confused. You
I'm not
asked me
confused,
multiple
bro.
times.
I'm not confused,
I
bro.
was, look, all of the
Listen,
recording.
you've read Quran, right?
But listen
No,
carefully.
you've read Quran, right?
Excuse me, sir.
You've written
Please.
a little book in
Please
your
listen.
home.
Please listen
right?
carefully.
No, I'm not trying to listen to you.
Then stay quiet.
No, I'm not
Stay
trying
away.
to listen to you.
He doesn't want to listen to me. Why do you want? Then don't touch me. If you don't want to listen to me, don't touch me. All right. What?
But you said that Shias are non-Muslims, right? This is what you
If asked me multiple times, I've said no. Stay away. Thank you. Clearly, you don't want to listen. Stay away.
That's what you said.
I didn't speak about Shias and Sunnis. I did
You
not.
did over there.
You are confused.
I'm not confused.
The heat is terrible to you.
No, it's not.
Please.
No, it's not.
Not to you.
You want ice cream?
Do you want to know who the initial
So
troublemakers are?
you just jumped from our previous point. I've shown you multiple verses. First, the Prophet Muhammad was oppressed in Mecca.
Please listen carefully.
Yes.
His claim
Yes.
is that Muhammad was oppressed in Mecca.
Yes.
That is his claim. This fellow, one second, clearly isn't listening to me carefully, and I'm helping him understand. Please keep moving, please. I've helped him understand. Please listen. I've helped him understand what Muhammad went through in Mecca was not oppression, but an appropriate legal treatment because he was a criminal waiting in a property that did not belong to him. If you come to my property and wait there like a lunatic, I will get the authorities to get rid of you. And that is exactly what Muhammad was subjected to. Anyone with a brain that functions would be able to acknowledge that Muhammad was the initial aggressor.
All you want is just shouting.
Okay,
but
listen
you have
carefully.
No idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
in which case, right now,
No,
I'm going to
wait,
try
wait.
one
You
last
don't-
time.
you don't want to
One
talk.
last time.
You have no idea what you're
One
talking
last
about.
time.
I've showed you historical evidence.
Sure.
I've showed you the Quran.
One last time.
I have given you multiple.
One
but you
second.
don't want to understand.
One last time.
You are
One
preaching.
last time.
You are preaching.
One last
You are
time.
preaching.
One last
You are
time.
preaching.
If you want to run away like the rest of the Muslims, you're most welcome
You are a
to.
retard and you don't understand
Sure.
anything
This
what you're
way,
talking
this,
about.
This way, this way. This
There's
way.
a difference
This
between
way, this way.
understanding and there's a difference between the truth.
Sure, sure. This
but
way.
you have no idea
This
what
way,
you're talking
this
about.
way, this way.
You have no
Please,
absolute idea.
the
what you're
bus stops are there. Please take the next bus stop. All right. Any Muslim, please. Why is there jihad in the Quran? For the simple reason that Islam is terrible. If you are walking around thinking, hey lovely, good to see you. If you're walking around thinking that jihad is some noble Muslim response to some trouble that non-Muslims caused, wake up. Because according to the Quran, sure. Yes. The loo is there. Too much of fluid, they'll help you. NHS, A&E, NHS 999. Ring 999. Tell them, urgent attention please. Tell them I've forgotten where my kidney is and where my brain is. They'll help you quickly.